What's up, everybody? This is Johnny Basement, and we are back here in the basement for another quick segment on a quarterback. We went over Josh Allen yesterday. We did the Sean Payton thing a couple days ago with the quarterbacks. We all knew that was about Russell Wilson and protecting his guy. Today is for the Packer fan. The Packer fan. I gave some sympathy to you guys, some thought to you guys, and that's what we're doing today. Before we get into it, subscribe, bell notice, hit that like button, drop the comments down below. Let me know what your thoughts are about this video, about how you feel as a Packers fan, and about what you have going on right now. First and foremost, congratulations this weekend. Finally, Joe Klecko, part of the famed sack exchange of the New York Jets, is going to the Hall of Fame along with one of the greatest cover corners of all time, Darrelle Revis, also going to the Hall of Fame, joining the few Jets that are actually in the Hall of Fame. I still believe Mark Gastineau, another great part of that sack exchange, which included Marty Lyons and Abdul Salam, they all should be in the Hall of Fame. Well, not all. Lyons and Abdul Salam are not Hall of Famers, but Gastineau and Klecko definitely are. If you look it up, just briefly, 1981, the Jets and Lawrence Taylor of the Giants, the greatest linebacker to ever take the field, were the reasons why sacks became an official stat in 1982. Not being biased, you can look that up. The New York Jets sack exchange is always considered in the top 10 front four lines of all time. That's not what this is about today. I'm going to do a piece on the sack exchange over the weekend. And back to you Packer fans. You got to be really angry right now. And I'm not rubbing anything in your face. I'm a Jet fan that can sympathize what it's like to get an unknown quarterback. Unfortunately, I don't know what it's like to go from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers and then have 2 Super Bowls between the two of them. Should they had more? Who knows? That's not what this is about either. Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers, now to Jordan Love. Going to Jordan Love. This guy's going to get unfairly criticized all year. He doesn't have an offense around him. He's going to get unfairly criticized, maybe from the fans, which you guys shouldn't. If you guys watch the great Tom Grossi, watch his channel. This guy is amazing. He's funny. He's hilarious. He has such a different take, a fan perspective of each team. Instead of doing what I'm doing right now, a reaction, he's reacting through a fan of the team. And he did say in the last one with the Jets and the Packers, we don't need you to be Aaron Rodgers. We just need you to be good, Jordan. Just be good. That's it. Just be good, Jordan Love. Just be good. You don't have to be Aaron Rodgers. I get it. It's like when Didi Gregorius came in and he took over for Derek Jeter. You're not going to be Derek Jeter. The next guy after Mariano Rivera is not going to be Mariano Rivera. So Jordan Love, just be good. We know what it's like as Jet fans. We have never drafted a good quarterback. We have had 2 quarterbacks with winning records that we drafted. 2 since Joe Namath. See that guy back there? Still have that jersey up. Still have Joe Namath's jersey. And he was not one of the 2. He was not one of the 2, by the way. He was 60-61 as a Jet starter. He won Super Bowl III, the most important Super Bowl at the time. It probably still is one of the most important Super Bowl wins of all time. The first 2 Super Bowls were blowouts. Joe Namath came in with the guarantee, which was bigger back then. Everybody guarantees stuff nowadays, right? Everybody guarantees stuff. He came in with his guarantee. That probably saved the AFL. It's not a history lesson on the NFL either. I'm a 4 decades Jet fan, so don't expect me to be too intelligent to begin with. Joe Namath gets a pass. You want to know who those 2 quarterbacks were? Chad Pennington, Mark Sanchez. Yes, the butt fumble Mark Sanchez. That's all he's ever going to be remembered for. But these are the only 2 drafted quarterbacks we ever had with winning records since Joe Namath was drafted out of Alabama. True story. Now there's an honorary mention. It's Pat Ryan. Name was Pat Ryan. He was mainly a backup for Richard Todd and then Ken O'Brien. Pat Ryan was 11-8 as a starter, but he was primarily a backup. When he had to start, he was 11-8. He only really started 1 season. It wasn't even a full one. It was 1984. This is just a quick sidebar. Played 11 games, went 6-5 that year. He was 14 touchdowns to 14 picks, what have you. he's an honorary mention, but that's how disgusting it is. I have to reach for an honorary mention to find winning quarterbacks in the Jets organization through the draft. You guys are walking in with Jordan Love. It's like, can this guy play? I think he's been a part of eight to 10 games? Maybe. I think he's only started one game, right? So that's not a real timetable. Now everybody's saying, oh, he can't process information properly. He can't do this. He can't do that. You can't. It's a rough road. Guys, we're coming off Zach Wilson. We still have Zach Wilson on the team. We had guys by the names like Brooks Bollinger and Browning Nagel. Do you remember these guys? No, of course not. Why would you? Kellen Clemens? Anyone? Glenn Foley? This is what we have drafted. Who? You don't even see these guys on other teams. So you're venturing down into your first time with Jordan Love as your quarterback. Can the guy throw? Is he going to throw to our team? This is what we worry about. Zach Wilson can't hit the broadside of a barn 5 yards in front. He can't even complete a screen pass. The only thing he can do, and this is actually a good trade, he can actually roll out and throw 30, 40 yards down the field and complete more times than not. It's weird, but he can. So, the reason we're doing this today is you got to be pissed. You got to be pissed at Aaron Rodgers if you're a Packer fan. I would be. I really feel for you guys. I sympathize because now you're going through the struggles of a brand new quarterback with not a great supporting cast around him. Did it have to be that way? Apparently not. Apparently not. I'll be honest with you guys, man. I know Packer fans. I drove trucks around the country. I have a couple of trucker friends of mine that are Packer fans. And they're like, hey, man, good riddance. Take Aaron Rodgers. Good riddance, man. You're getting a selfish guy. You're getting a guy that trashes his teammates. You're getting a guy that coaches don't like. That's what you're getting right there. You're getting a disgruntled old quarterback that's not going to do anything. He's not going to be a team-friendly guy. He's just there to just draw out his last couple times. He's only going to be with you 1 year anyway, and then he's going to do a Brett Favre, right? That's comparison to Brett Favre again and what he did with the Jets. So at the time, I'm like, oh, man, I really wanted Lamar Jackson, to be honest with you, at the time. Figured, hey, we'll get 6 to 8 years out of Lamar. We'll get a great starter out of it. That's what I wanted. That's what I figured we would be doing. Get Lamar Jackson. Put your effort into him. He's a great locker room guy, great teammate. You hear nothing but great things about Lamar when it comes to the team and the way he plays and how his locker room presence is actually really good. You don't hear anything bad about the guy. I said, man, I want him. Aaron, I don't want this guy that I'm hearing about, selfish, horrible with the young. We have young players. I don't want this guy on my team. And I also feel they got Aaron. This is all at the time, guys. April 24th, I believe, is when we got him. He was like my number 2 guy. It's like, all right, we'll take Aaron if we can't get Lamar. He came in here, unlike Brett Favre, who came in here around training camp time, around this time. And it wasn't because of a holdout. We just didn't get him till then. He came here as a portal to get to Minnesota and pay back the Packers. He wanted to do it that way. Isn't it funny how these great Hall of Fame quarterbacks want to pay back the Packers for their own reasons, whatever it may be? Tons of reasons. Aaron Rodgers plays tons of reasons. So we get this guy in here. I'm like, well, my Packer friends tell me that he's not going to be showing up to OTAs. Oh, he doesn't do that. He's not going to be playing well with the young players. That's why you guys had to go out and get Lazard and Randall Cobb, because he's not going to play with Garrett Wilson. And even though he had a great rookie season with 3 quarterbacks, Zach, if you want to call him that, Mike White, and Joe Flacco, old man Joe Flacco. He got 1,100 yards receiving with those 3 guys. Now, Mike White is an honorary mention. The dude's a warrior. The guy had broken ribs, and he tried to get cleared by 10 different doctors to get back on the field. He even came back on the field against the Buffalo Bills. I give an honorary mention to Mike White because, Zach was so bad that the Jet fans and some players had Mike effing White t-shirts. Mike effing White was the t-shirt. You can look it up. What backup quarterback gets that? Nobody. That's how bad Zach was. Anyway, back to Aaron. Aaron comes in here. Do you think it's like he started trashing the receivers not so much or being so critiqued of them after Devontae Adams was gone? You draft Jordan Love, not Justin Jefferson. Not Justin Jefferson? Whew. How many wide receivers can you honestly say you would take over Justin Jefferson right now? How many? 1, 2? Not many. Hardly any. So is that where it started? I looked a little bit into this, but then you sit there and think, he's not going to be the Brett Favre. He's going to be Aaron Rodgers, going to pay the Packers back by doing the exact opposite of what I expected what we were getting and definitely what you guys thought were leaving. So you're a Packers fan, you got to be thinking, this should be happening here. 10 voluntary practices, 10, he was at all of them. Aaron was at every single one, even when he had the calf strain. He didn't have to be there. He was there to what? To teach the younger players. He's helping Zach Wilson. Telling him, hey, this is a restart. The cameras are off you kind of thing. No one's paying attention to the cameras are everywhere else but Zach now. Get a restart. He's helping this kid. Got another chance. Remember when Brett Favre was a third stringer on the Atlanta Falcons under Jerry Glanville? Remember that guy yelling at the refs or the players, NFL, not for long? That's where that came from, Jerry Glanville, as far as I remember. House of Pain, Houston Oilers, when he coached them. Anyway, that's a different story. And I'm not comparing Zach Wilson to Brett Favre. I mean, that would be amazing if he turned into that. But whatever, that's a different story. He's there helping out the young receivers. Love him. The young players love him. They can't wait to play with Aaron. You guys are going to be like, who? This Aaron Rodgers? Then he takes a pay cut, which he refused to do with the Packers. He refused to help the front office. Now he's here with a brand new front office, and he takes a pay cut for what? $35 million? That's a humongous pay cut so the Jets can sign other players. Like a Dalvin Cook, for instance, whether he comes here or not, it's a luxury. That's a sidebar. Breece Hall is an amazing, amazing running back. Definitely would have challenged Garrett Wilson for the Offensive Rookie of the Year. 5.8 yard per carry average through 7 weeks before he tore his ACL against the Broncos. Oh, can't wait for that game. That's another sidebar. Michael Carter, yeah, whatever. They got decent backups. Hey, Dalvin Cook, I'll take him. But as Breece is recovering, I mean, what if you bring in a Fournette or Ezekiel Elliott? I mean, these aren't going to be the guys that are going to be the main guys anyway. Aaron is there to help them. He said so the team can move forward with getting better players that become available now or at the trade deadline. What else did Aaron do that he didn't do for you guys? I would be so angry. I would so want Aaron Rodgers to fail if I was you guys. He said he would commit to the Jets for a couple of years, if not longer. What does that spare us Jet fans what you guys went through? At the end of the year, what is he going to do? Oh, months and months. What is he going to do? He's going to retire. He's going to ask off the team. What is he going to do? He only said if that magical year happens, then all bets are off. Hey, that's fine. You come out this year and win the Super Bowl, which I'm one realistic Jet fan. We don't have a great offensive line. I don't know if that's really going to happen this year. I'm just excited to have a year to look forward to. But what if we did and then turned into what the Rams are now, which is a total fall from grace after winning the Super Bowl? I'm used to the 3 and 4 win seasons. I'll take him if we get a Super Bowl this year. So outside of that, he's already given us the mental relief of not going through the offseason wondering what Aaron's going to do, what you guys have been going through. He's paying back the Packers by using the Jets, not going to the Vikings like Brett Favre or the Bears or any other division rival, the Lions that they may have over there. He's not doing that. He's paying them back right now, and they're feeling it. They are feeling it. He is committed to this team. He's gone to the New York Knicks, the New York Rangers playoff games. He's been Mr. New York City. He's everywhere. The guy is out there standing up for his coach, Nathaniel Hackett, against Sean Payton. Keep my coach's name out of your mouth. He's letting the whole team know I'm the guy. If something happens and controversy comes our way, I'll handle it. I'm a leader. Zach Wilson, start getting your pen and paper and taking notes. Not standing there, hey, Zach, man, the Jets played a great defensive game out there today, giving up 3 points to the Patriots the entire game. Do you feel that your interceptions or whatever, did you feel you let the team down? Nope, not me. No, not at all. Not me. No. This is what we've had. This is what we've had. I believe Elijah Moore and a couple of the guys on offense were talking about Denzel Mims, I believe, I mean, whatever. It doesn't matter. This isn't even a knock on these guys. They were just talking about how the offense as a whole wasn't gelling we do it well in practice. We get in the games and mistakes happen. They didn't even call out anybody's name. They just said, as a whole, we got to get better. We got to get better. What does Zach say? Yeah, I'm tired of their mistakes too. It's like, dude, they weren't even talking about you. This is what we have been going through here as Jet fans. Now we get this guy in here who I never saw this coming. You Packer fans could never see this coming. You guys probably are so angry over this. Why didn't you do this here, Aaron? Sounds to me like it's the front office that he's giving the middle finger back to by being Superman over here. People are like, oh, he's just using you guys. Fine, use us and win a Super Bowl. And if you would rub it in the Packers front office face or whatever your agenda is there, it's got nothing to do with me as a Jet fan. I'm just happy to have this Aaron Rodgers, an angry Aaron Rodgers. What did Aaron Rodgers do when they didn't take Justin Jefferson and got Jordan Love? Won the MVP and then won it again the next year. Nathaniel Hackett leaves. He has a down year last year. Now he's back with the guy. He knows the offense. He's like a kid in a candy store with free reign, man. This guy is not what I thought we were getting. He's not what you thought he was. So as a Packers fan, you gotta be like, what WTF, Aaron? Why didn't you do that here for the fans, for us loyal fans in Green Bay? Wow, man, this is insane. I can't believe what we have here. Now, realistic, I know the Jets' line isn't great. We got some things we got to work on there. Aaron has had collarbone issues in the past. We don't need him getting dropped. Because then Zach is going to come in and, this is out the window again, guys. Don't forget, we were 7-4 to 7-10 last year like that. Not because of the defense. 4th-ranked defense overall. Just can't be on the field. I don't care what defense you are. You can't be on the field the whole game. Especially with your back to the wall. It's like the guys are running to the Gatorade cooler. Man, I better get a drink. Zach's going to throw another pick. In 2 seconds, he's going to throw another pick. We're going to be back on the field. They're probably fighting each other to get to that freaking Gatorade cooler. Get to their drinks before they have to go back on the field. Get to the oxygen masks because you're going to need it because you're going to be on your own 20 in our own red zone having to defend not giving up a touchdown. Zach just threw another pick. Or it's 1st and 10, 2nd and 15, 3rd and 20, punt. It's what our offense did last year. What a joke. I feel you, Packer fans. I feel you. I have been through a disgusting smorgasbord of bad quarterback play. Now, I don't know if Jordan Love is going to be that or not. He might be really good. But I feel your pain, guys, and I would be so angry. I thought about this the other day. I'm like, wait a minute. These Packer fans got to be pissed. They got to be livid. You should be livid at your front office. Be livid at your front office. Now, if you guys know something more than I don't know right now, tell me. Drop it in the comments, man. Let me know. I'm just out here to let you know I feel your pain, Packer fans. I feel your pain. I've seen plenty of horrendous quarterback play over the years. And just to throw this out there, here's a fun little stat for you. If you never heard of the Idzig 12, the John Idzig 12, look it up. 2014, our general manager at the time, John Idzig, had 12 draft picks. Within 6 years, none of them, 0, were on our team. None. Zip. Nada. That's a true story. That's what Jet fans deal with. And most of them weren't even in the NFL, let alone the Jets. Most of them weren't even in the NFL anymore. That is disgusting. Think about that, guys. 2 drafted quarterbacks with winning records, Pennington and Sanchez. Honorary mention, Pat Ryan. Only 1 great retread quarterback. I hate using the word retread because it sounds like we're getting bumps, but that's usually what we pick. Do you want to know a lot of the things they talk about the Jets quarterback development? Then I'll let you guys get out of here. Not like you can't turn this off anyway, but you know what I'm saying. Our retreads were always garbage too. I did a whole piece on this. Watch my YouTube channel on history of horrific Jet quarterback development and retreads. Vinny Testaverde was the last veteran quarterback that we brought in that did anything. 1998, we went to the AFC Championship game with Keyshawn, Wayne Corbett, Curtis Martin. Brian Cox on defense, Wilbur Marshall. These are older guys. Dave Meggett, that still had something in him, man. We lost to the Broncos, which went on to win the Super Bowl with John Elway. Vinny Testaverde did not come in with the same fanfare that Aaron Rodgers, not even close. He came in, everybody said, we're getting Intercept-Daverde. Intercept-Daverde is coming here. Turned out to be great. But usually we don't hit that way. We get Neil O'Donnell, who made Larry Brown a whole lot of money in that Super Bowl. He kept throwing it to him the whole time. Everybody thought Larry Brown was some great cornerback. Another coming of Deion Sanders. Look at all those picks in Super Bowl, man. He was great. Bubby Brister. Oh, yeah, we even got Bubby Brister. You know what his best play was? Flea flicker pass to Sam Mills, who was the middle linebacker for the Carolina Panthers. Please don't hit me. I'm old. Here, just take the ball. Just take it and run for 6. I won't even try to tackle you. Look it up. Bubby Brister, flea flicker to Sam Mills. I am not even kidding you. He came in and he literally, boop, just take the ball. Please don't hit me. I can't make this stuff up. Bubby Brister, Jay Fiedler, Patrick Ramsey, Frank Reich, Jack Trudeau, Josh McCown. People are like, oh, Josh McCown, though, was great, man, with Sam Darnold. He's going to be a coach down the road. Great. We brought him in to be a quarterback. Want to throw in Ryan Fitzpatrick? I mean, he was 10-6. Brett Favre's 9-7. We didn't make the playoffs with them, though. Brett Favre played with an injury. He kind of gave him a little bit of a pass there. He didn't want to look bad when he came to the Jets. He didn't want to be here, but he didn't want to look bad. So we were 8-3, went to 9-7. He had a torn bicep or whatever that mess was with Eric Mangini. Ryan Fitzpatrick? I mean, we had to beat the Bills, who were terrible at the time, led by Rex Ryan after we got rid of them. We had to beat the Bills last game of the year. They were horrible, horrible team. Couldn't do it. Finished 10-6. Ryan Fitzpatrick holds out. We pay him. He comes back the next year. He went from Fitzmagic to Fitztragic. So listen, guys, I get it. I can go on and on. I'm rambling now. But, I mean, it's the anger is real. The 4 decades of frustration is real. And that name, Namath, is still the only one to ever do anything for the team Super Bowl-wise. We haven't even been in one. Haven't even been back to a Super Bowl. I believe the LA Chargers, they were San Diego at the time, is the only other team to make a Super Bowl, win or lose, and not make it back a second time. I believe it's just us and the Chargers that ever do that. We won, they lost to the 49ers and Steve Young. Stan Humphries was their quarterback at the time, for anybody that cares. Anyway, I'm out of here, guys. Please subscribe, bell notice, hit the like button. If you're a Packer fan, just drop it down below. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know how you feel now about this newfounded Aaron Rodgers, and especially let me know if you just want him to fail. Not because you hate the Jets, because you can't stand how he didn't do this for your team. Let me know and drop it down below. I'm Johnny Basement, and I am out.